6 Easy Ways of Losing Belly Fat, According to Science. There is more to belly fat being a problem than just how bad it looks. As a matter of fact, having too much fats around the abdomen can be responsible for life-threatening disorders such as heart diseases and type 2 diabetes. As such, losing your belly fats can be of tremendous health benefit for you, also helping you live longer. Usually, belly fat can be estimated by simply measuring your waist circumference. This can be achieved at home via the use of a measuring tape. Anything more than 40 inches for men and 35 inches for women fits the description for abdominal obesity. If you've got excess fat on your waistline, you ought to take some measures to remove it even though you aren't that heavy at the moment. Thankfully, there are some proven methods that can target belly fats much more than any other body parts. Below are 6 best way lose belly fat. 1. Avoid sugar-based drinks and do not eat sugar. Added sugar isn't the best for anyone. Studies have shown that it has various harmful effects on our metabolic health. Sugar is partly glucose, partly fructose, while fructose can be broken down only by your liver in large amounts. So when you consume a great deal of refined sugar, your liver becomes overfilled with fructose, compelling it to convert them to fat. A lot of studies have indicated that too much sugar, particularly as a result of excess fructose, could result in concentration of fats in the liver and belly. Some are even of the opinion that this could be the reason why sugar is very harmful to health. It surges your liver fat and belly fat, which could cause insulin resistance as well as so many other metabolic challenges. It is worse when you are dealing with liquid sugar. Liquid calories aren't recognized by our brains the way solid calories are registered. Thus, whenever you consume sugar-based beverages, you eventually consume more calories. Various studies have established that sugar-enhanced beverages have a connection to about 60% of children having obesity for every daily serving. Do the right thing by reducing the quantity of sugar present in your food, and think of doing away with sugary drinks completely. This comprises sugar-enhanced beverages, fruit juices, sugary sodas, as well as other high-sugar drinks. Remember that all what we have said doesn't apply to whole fruits, which are very healthy and do have enough fiber that can mitigate the harmful effects that are associated with fructose. The quantity of fructose present in fruits is quite negligible as against what is obtainable from a diet that contains refined sugar. For anyone who wishes to drastically reduce their consumption level of refined sugar, they ought to start examining labels. Amazingly, foods that are sold as health-promoting foods even contain an unhealthy quantity of sugar. 2. Consuming more of protein is one long-term method of reducing belly fats. Protein happens to be the most relevant macronutrient regarding weight loss. It is proven to reduce your cravings by a whopping 60%, fire up metabolism by 80 to 100 calories daily and aid you in eating about 441 lesser calories daily. If your objective is weight loss, including protein to your food may be the one effective alteration you can have on your diet. It will not only help you in losing weight, it will equally stop you from gaining back that weight, should you decide to dump your weight loss aspirations in the future. There are other proofs that protein is especially effective in dealing with belly fat. A particular study was able to establish that the protein quality eaten has an inverse relationship to belly fat. It implies that those who consumed more as well as better protein experienced less fat around their belly. A different study indicated that protein is linked to lesser risks of belly fats gain within 5 years. The above study equally showed that the refined carbs as well as oils had connection to more quantity of belly fats, whereas vegetables and fruits were linked to smaller amounts. Many studies that promote protein had some portion of protein that contained about 25 to 30% calories. You should keep that as your target. Hence, you should take conscious steps to increase your protein intake with high-protein-based foods like fish, whole eggs, legumes, seafood, meat, nuts as well as dairy products. Those are the most rewarding protein sources within any diet. If you are struggling with getting adequate protein inside your diet, a good protein supplement such as whey protein could be a convenient and healthy option for boosting your protein intake. Should you be a vegan or vegetarian, check this video out concerning how you can increase protein intake. There are numerous protein powder options available on Amazon. Extra tip: use coconut oil to cook your food from henceforth. Some studies show that 30 milliliters of coconut oil every day could reduce belly fat. 3. Eliminate carbs in your diet. Restricting the quantity of carb we consume is one significant way of losing fat. This has been supported by various studies. Anytime people cut down their carbs intake, their appetite reduces, leading them to lose weight eventually. More than 20 controlled trials show that diets with low amount of carb could lead to weight loss 2 to 3 times better than that of low-fat diet. This is very true when those in the low-carb category are left to eat to their fill, while those in the low-fat category are calorie-limited as well as hungry. Low-carb diet equally bring about swift decrease in water-related weight, which promises people virtually instant outcomes. The difference is mostly noticed within a day or two on a scale. There are equally studies that compare low-fat and low-carb diets, indicating that low-carb diets particularly attack the belly fat as well as liver and organ fat. This implies that a specific high portion of fat that got lost in the course of consuming low-carb diets is what enhances abdominal fat. Just avoid any refined carbs, white bread, candy, sugar, etc. ought to be adequate, particularly if you maintain a high level of protein intake. Nevertheless, if you experience weight loss quickly, think of reduce your carb by 50 grams daily. This is going to trigger your body's ketosis, destroying your appetite as well as kick-starting the process of burning fats in place of fuel. Certainly, low-carb diet have other health-related benefits apart from weight loss. They are very helpful to those who have type 2 diabetes. 4. Eat foods that contain enough fiber, particularly viscous fibers. Dietary fiber fall into the category of plant matter that aren't digestible. It is mostly claimed that consuming enough fiber could assist weight loss efforts. That's true. However, it is relevant to remember that not every fiber are made equal. It appears to be the viscous and soluble fibers mostly that impact your weight. These particular fibers bind water as well as constitute a slimy gel that positions on the gut. A gel like this can slow the passage of food particles via your digestive tract, and reduce the rate of digestion as well as absorption of significant nutrients. The outcome is a lengthened feeling of satisfaction and also reduced appetite. A particular study established that an extra 14 grams of fiber each day were connected to 10% reduction in consumption of calorie as well as losing weight of 4.5 pounds over a period of 4 months. During a 5-year research, consuming 10 grams of dissolvable fiber each day was connected to 3.7% decrease in the quantity of fat within the abdominal cavity. That means that fiber that is soluble could be especially effective at decreasing the belly fat that is harmful. The most reliable way to acquire extra fiber is eating lots of plant-based foods such as fruit and vegetables. Legumes are equally good sources, and some cereals such as whole oats. Therefore, you may equally try consuming a fiber-based supplement such as glucomannan. This happens to be a very viscous dietary fiber that still exists, and is known to bring about weight loss within several studies. 5. Exercise can be very effective at getting rid of fats around the belly. Exercising is relevant for many reasons. This is one reliable methods to adopt if you seek long and healthy life as well as avoiding diseases. Listing every of the superb health benefits that come with exercising is above what this article is addressing, but exercise appears to be extremely good at cutting down fat around the belly. Nevertheless, remember that I am not discussing abdominal-focused exercises at this point. Losing fat by standing in one position isn't possible, and engaging several ab exercises won't do you any good regarding losing belly fat. In a certain study, a 6-week training focused on abdominal muscles did not bring about the expected waist circumference effect or even the quantity of fat within the abdominal cavity. Having said that, other exercises can be extremely effective. Examples include aerobic exercises like swimming, running, walking, etc. are now known to instigate major reductions regarding belly fat during several studies. Another research established that exercises completely stopped individuals from reacquiring abdominal fats after losing weight, which means that exercises are particularly relevant during maintenance of weight. Exercises equally cause reduced inflammation, reduced blood sugar and enhancing other metabolic disorders that are linked with too much abdominal fat. 6. Observe your food and find out precisely what as well as how much quantity you are consuming. What you are eating is very important. Almost everybody is aware of this. However, the majority of people have no idea of what they are consuming. Some assume they are consuming low carb, high protein, or some other thing, but end up being on the negative side. For someone who is interested in making the best of their diet, it's absolutely essential that they track what they are eating. This is not the same as weighing and measuring everything you eat for the remaining days of your years here on Earth, but it means that you have to do it once in a while, and that would aid you in knowing where you need to make the needed changes. If your intention is to boost your intake of protein to about 25 to 30% calories, then eating foods that are rich in protein will not do it for you. You ought to measure as well as fine-tune what you are eating for you to achieve that objective. The video here is for calorie calculator as well as a collection of free apps for tracking whatever you're eating. I actually do this once in a few months. In order to get a glimpse of what my diet currently looks like, I actually weigh as well as measure all the things I eat. That is how I know how to execute the needed changes that will help me achieve my objectives.